Our story starts with our hero, John Wesley Hardin, the most prolific gunslinger and outlaw the West had ever seen, waking up to a blood-curdling scream. He arose grasping at his gun with the speed of a mongoose. He runs outside while wiping the rain off his face. He sees a woman running out from behind a building bleeding. Thunder strikes again, and she falls to the ground as townfolk surround her, ripping at her. Stunned, he cocks his six-shooter and begins spraying bullets with accuracy fit for the gods. His life of being an outlaw has prepared him for the onslaught of undead that is about to come to pass. He kills 6 all with headshots. As he grabs his secondary gun, more undead come out of the saloon. He says, "Christ, what is going on?" Another thunderstrike happens, this time hitting a building and lighting it on fire. He takes down 4 more as he reaches for his Winchester model M94 on his horse. Bam, bam, pow. He kills 3 with extreme accuracy and hops on his horse while reloading his 6 shooters. More undead spill out of the hotel where he had emerged moments before, screaming and running after him with inhuman speed and stamina. His horse gallops away with extreme speed as the shrieking of the undead he had culled goes quiet. Boom, another lightning strikes as he reaches a mountainous area and dismounts to catch his breath and figure out what had just transpired. He pinched himself to see if he was still asleep. Nothing. The rain poured as the lightning cracked again and again. He counted his ammo and wished he had more. He says quietly, 34 bullets, better make them count. Hopefully, there is not any more of those things he prayed. As he grabbed a piece of bread from his saddle and took his canteen out, he saw another man on horseback yelling, "Run, they are coming, run!" He threw the bread on the floor as his horse tried to grab it. He mounted with haste and grabbed for his 6-shooter as he saw hundreds of undead coming over the crest of the mountain. His horse reared as the thunder cracked, and he fell backwards as his horse ran away without him. John Wesley Hardin, the most deadly outlaw the Wild West had ever seen, was now horseless and about to face a mortal test to his inhuman gunslinging skills against an unholy opponent he had never faced before. With nothing but his 2 6-shooters, his Winchester M94 that had miraculously fallen off the horse as he did, and armed with 34 bullets and his trusty Bowie knife, he waited as he grabbed at his arm that had taken the brunt of his fall off his horse. Hardin scrambles up, pain shooting through his arm, grabs the Winchester. He's faced worse. 17 years in Huntsville, he broke out twice and killed guards with their own guns. It is a new enemy, but the same game. The Horde's 200 yards out and closing with inhuman speed. Lightning strikes again, but shrieks cut the storm. He's the deadliest man the West ever birthed. He once shot a man at 50 paces, drunk, and didn't blink. Lightning flashes as he aims for the closing undead. Bam, bam, 2 drop, headshots clean. They're fast, but he's faster, maybe the fastest gunslinger ever. What caused this plague? God's wrath? No time to guess. He fires again, 3 more down. As he drops 4 more, no time to reload, he thinks, as he drops his first Colt and grabs his other bam, 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 bam. He drops 6 more with unbelievable speed and accuracy. These unholy menaces did not lay a finger on him as he retreats a little down the hill, trying to reload. As one jumps with unholy athleticism, he dodges it. As he had dodged fists and bullets throughout his life, this was no different, maybe he thought. But this was a supernatural enemy, an unchristian enemy. He finished reloading and bam, 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 bam. He killed 6 more as he retreated more. One jumped on him narrowly, missing him as he dropped his gun and reached for his Winchester. He used it as a club to fend off the one that knocked him on his tuchus. He stood up with ungodly courage and determination. "Is this all you have?" he shouted. He rattled off another 7 shots with his Winchester, and then he heard a clank, clank. His Winchester was empty as he used it as a club once more. Thoughts of dread filled his mind as he tries to remain calm and collected. He drew his final weapon, his Bowie knife, the knife of legend, one that defined a man in the 19th century. He gripped it tightly and waited for the next demonic victim. Drenched in rain, one more crack of thunder hit. 2 unholy townsmen leapt at him from the crest. He dodged the first as it rolled down the hill like a lackadaisical child. The second narrowly missed, but landed on his feet with the athletic ability of a god. He buried his knife deep in its skull. It would not be removed. He was now unarmed. The West's most vicious and deadly outlaw was facing his end. The one that had rolled down the hill like a child rose, fangs baring as the sky lit up. He clenched his fists, ready to use every ounce of grit and strength he had left, as he heard a hiss and saw dynamite land a few feet from the zombie horde behind him. It was a man he had never met, but heard of. It was Billy, the kid. 8 shots rang off, and then the dynamite exploded, killing 20. Billy's horse trampled the unholy spawn John was about to fisticuff. Billy screamed, "Get on now!" as John grabbed both of his colts off the ground and holstered them as he leapt onto Billy's horse. The two rode away as the thunder cracked and blood-curdling screams faded into silence. This obviously was fiction. If you like this, and it has a good reception, I will make more. And as always, you are now smarter in 60. Like and subscribe.